Hello. Today I would like to continue my series on becoming victorious over mental health issues. Today's topic is about how to start your day. Becoming victorious over mental health issues is about choosing every day to not give in to depression, anxiety, or any other symptom of mental illness. This process is called mental health recovery. I have a book titled Mental Health Recovery and two other books on mental health. And because I'm so committed to you getting better, I've decided to make these books available to you for free or for a small donation. It's your choice. And in the description of this video, I have a link to those books. Now, it's important to start your day off right, because how you start your day sets the tone for your entire day. If you start your day off poorly and give in to your mental health, depression, anxiety, or any other issue associated with your mental health, then the rest of your day is going to be a struggle to get through it. So it's really important to set up a routine that sets your day off right, that gets you started on the path to having a good day. The first step really should be the night before, because how your morning goes today can be affected by how you end your day the day before. So if waking up to a dirty kitchen really bothers you, make sure your kitchen is clean before you go to bed. That way, when you get up in the morning, you don't walk into the kitchen to make your coffee and go, oh, what a dirty kitchen. I mean, things like that are up to you. You can set your clothes out for the next day, so you don't have to make that choice in the morning. So you can spend your time concentrating on your morning routine. It's also important to go to bed and go to sleep right. And one of the things that I recommend in doing to do that is to end your day by, after you get in bed, to think about the good things that happened that day. There's a program called 3 Good Things. It's been studied a lot, and the research has shown that people who take a time reflecting on good things that happened during their day saw a significant improvement in their level of depression and anxiety. So if you can go to bed and try to think of 3 good things, and I know when you suffer severe depression and anxiety, that can be hard, but it is important to have gratitude and to develop an appreciation for the things around you. And if you can't, you're just giving in and letting your mental health issue control you. And I am not going to be controlled by my diagnosis. I'm going to conquer it. I'm going to live victorious every single day. And so, I mean, it could be little things. Oh, I really enjoyed my cup of coffee this morning. I went out and I looked at my roses and I smelled that one of those, and it was just wonderful. I called and talked to a friend. My daughter called me and told me that my daughter made an A on a test. It doesn't have to be overwhelmingly wonderful. It just has to be a good thing. And that's where our focus needs to be on. Our focus doesn't need to be on the problems that we feel that we have. And it also helps keep you from ruminating on all the problems when you go to sleep thinking about the good things. And so the next step is actually to get up. It's important to have a specific time to get up, that you just don't sleep till noon, but you have even if you're not working outside the home or it's your day off, it's important to have a routine. And so, setting your alarm and getting up at a specific time and starting your day is important. And another thing that's important is don't lay in the bed and ruminate. Because sometimes you wake up and you hit the snooze and you go back to sleep and you wake up. And a lot of that times, when you're fighting depression and anxiety, your without anything to focus on, your brain naturally goes to the negative. And so if you start your day off ruminating on the things that are not good in your life, then that's setting the tone for the rest of the day. So once you wake up, just go ahead and force yourself to get out of bed. And the first thing I recommend that everybody does is to start your day with affirmations. You come up with a list of good things about yourself and your life and say them every day. Now, I used to, when I first started, I did this in front of the mirror. And when I say I first started, when I first started mental health recovery after 13 years of suffering horribly with depression and anxiety, and I finally had enough, I decided I was going to do whatever it took to get better. And so one of the things I did was I got up in the morning and I went through a list of affirmations. I did this in front of the mirror. I mean, you can go get your cup of coffee first and sit down and go through with them, but I recommend that this is one of the very first things that you do. And so to give you an idea, I'm just going to give you my morning affirmations. You can come up with your own, and if you can't, have a family member that you really care for help you figure out the good things about yourself that you can write down. You can also go online and type in affirmations, and you'll find lots of lists, and you can read through those lists and find things that you feel apply to yourself. And so this is how I started my morning. I looked in the mirror, and I did mine in front of the mirror, and I talked right to myself. And as I mentioned, you don't have to do it this way, but I found it effective saying it out loud to myself in my reflection. Now, I think it's important to say it out loud, not just reading it, because there's something more powerful about saying something than just reading it. And so the first thing I started off with was, dang, you're a good looking guy. And there was a reason for that. When I was young, I thought I was a good looking guy, but after developing depression and anxiety, I looked in the mirror and that's not what I saw. And I wasn't going to let my mind control me. I wasn't going to let the depression tell me how to think about myself. So I did start off the morning with, well, literally, I said, damn, you're a good looking guy. But, dang sounds a little more polite. Today, somehow, some way is going to be a good day. I mean, that's the first statement I made about my day is I'm going to have a good day. I don't know how. I may not feel like it right now. I might feel like crap. I may feel like, covering myself and getting to bed, covering my head and never getting out. I may be having suicidal thoughts and thinking that today ought to be the day I'm going to end it. But that's not the affirmation I'll give. No, today, somehow, some way, is going to be a good day. And I'm going to do the things it takes to make it a good day. Number 3, you are a wonderful person. You make the world a better place. Now you can say I if you're not looking in the mirror, but since I'm talking to myself in the mirror, I'm looking at myself and say, hey, you person right there in front of me, you are a wonderful person and you do make the world a better place. Number 4, my wife, children, family, and friends love me and God loves me. Number 5, I love myself. Right, from your own experience that with depression, sometimes it's hard to love yourself or to feel lovable or feel loved by anybody. So it's important that you take these lies that your brain is telling you and start off your morning by saying out loud the exact opposite of the lie that your brain is telling you. So yes, my wife, children, family, friends, and God does love me. I do love myself, and I do, number 6, deserve a happy and full life. I don't care how I feel, I deserve it. I am grateful to be alive. Now, that one was a hard one sometimes because that's not how I felt. But how I felt was based on the lies my brain was telling me that come from depression and anxiety. And I'm starting my day off by saying, you're not going to defeat me. Today, I am grateful to be alive. I am surrounded by beauty. And I made it a commitment to look for beautiful things around me every single day. I will do something today to make somebody's life better. Because it is important. It's hard to feel depressed and anxious when you're giving to other people. Some people say it's impossible. That's wrong. But it is easier to feel good about life and good about yourself when you're being generous to somebody else. And number 10, my life is good, but I'm determined that I'm going to make it even better. And I started every day off by that commitment to myself. The absolute commitment that I have to my life is that it is good, no matter how I feel, it is good, and I'm determined to make it better. And then you get up, you can have get your cup of coffee, drink a glass of water, but you need a time of reflection. And this is important for your morning routine, that you get in your easy chair or wherever you're comfortable doing this and have a time of reflection and preparing your day. I mean, this can be, if you like to journal, this can be a time when you journal. I think it's really important to add something about gratitude in this. I mean, I've got other videos. I got 4 other videos on gratitude. You're welcome to look at any of those things so you can learn how to put gratitude, whether it's a gratitude journal or just looking around the room or out the window and trying to identify things that you're grateful for. Read. If you like to read, you spend some time reading. To do this, you're probably going to have to get up earlier than you normally did to fit this routine in. Reading a good book about overcoming mental health, like Mental Health Recovery, or any other book, or searching the internet for articles about overcoming depression and anxiety. But this is a 5 to 15 minute or longer, if you want, period of time where you're just reflecting on things that will make you better. The next thing I recommend for everybody is that every morning you do something good for yourself. For me, I don't do it anymore because I intermittent fast, but at the time, I made sure I had a good breakfast because I love breakfast and I love to eat. And so even if I decided I wanted a bowl of cereal, I would take the time to put some fruit in it, some nuts in it, something to make it special, because I was worth having something special. It could be stopping into your favorite barista and picking up your favorite drink on the way to work. I am cheap. I'm not just thrifty, I'm just downright cheap. I don't like spending money. I squeeze a nickel so hard the Indian ends up riding on the buffalo. If for those of you who are familiar with the old buffalo nickel, it was something that my granddad used to say. But splurging on yourself, to start your day, I think is a good thing. If it means not splurging some other time, I would rather do it to start my day. And so do something good for yourself. Do something that you can feel like is an accomplishment. A lot of people recommend making a bed. I've always gotten up much earlier than my wife, so it's pretty hard to make up a bed when she's still in it. And I've never really bought into that, but a lot of people find that that the simple thing of making the bed gives them an accomplishment. And if you're living in severe depression where it's been really hard to do anything, making your bed can be one little step that says, yes, I can do and accomplish something. Take a shower, prepare for your day. Whether you're going anywhere or not. I have a friend that talks about that she has to always make herself take a shower because she can just go days, especially when the depression is bad, because she just doesn't care. And she found that by every single day making her do this, was an accomplishment that actually improved her day. And the last 2 things are get some exercise. It doesn't have to be profound exercise. You don't have to go for a run. You don't have to go for a real long walk. Uh, it could be as simple as if you go to work, taking 3 laps around your parking lot before you go in. So just do something to get your heart. Exercise is such an important thing. If you have time and are into going to a gym, it's a great time to do it in the morning before you go to work. I know that it means that you've got to get up a little earlier, but you get that heart pumping and you get those endorphins flowing through your body. It's much easier for you to face the rest of the day. And if you're not working, then go for a more serious exercise first thing in the morning. A long stroll, around your neighborhood, taking the time to look to find things that you find beautiful can really change your day. And fresh air, I don't, getting outside the house, whether it's walking out site. My wife in the summertime loves to have her morning coffee out in the swing in the backyard, because she's outside and in nature, breathing the fresh air, enjoying the beauty around her. So I encourage you all to make that commitment that I'm going to make my life better. I'm going to overcome my depression and anxiety. And I encourage you to find a way to start your day off in a way that makes you successful and victorious in the way that the rest of your day goes.